What's going on down, Birdie? Oh, you, you think it's muted, but you're doing great. So you heard me, but you think it's muted. You are muted. It doesn't show that I'm muted. Oh, okay. I'm doing well though. The choppy market, I guess, was good to catch up on some rest, doing other things outside of staring at charts all day. But I'm glad to see that we're finally out of some chop ranges and might see some good volatility now to make some money. Yeah, I didn't eat any chocolate. I didn't get to go see family either. My dad is still recovering from his surgery. He said today the nitrogen bubble that he had in his eye from the surgery or whatever is starting to get smaller, which I think is supposed to happen because he's slowly, I guess, starting to get some of that his vision back in that eye. But from what I understood, like a week ago or something, he's not supposed to get full visibility back for 2 to 4 weeks. So I think it's going to be a rough April nonetheless for him. But I'm sure, as his eyesight starts to come back a little more over the weeks, it'll overall be good for him. Then there's the dirty Chilean making his comeback.
Tommy, you're back. That's what she said. He said, no.
What?
You want me to come your back? What did you say?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
No one knows. Down, Birdie. So what? No one's here? I thought it was gonna be a
Well, it started at 7, so it is only open for like a minute.
like
But I opened it early, just because I wanted to make sure that the sound and all that stuff is working. I
aw, special guest. You make me feel special.
don't know about that. I don't know about special. How are you though? How is Chile right now?
Chili? Um Chili's I don't know, man. A lot of violence actually happening um over the last Chile has always been a very safe country amongst all the others in South America, and it's been very uh worrying, if you will, to see how everything is changing. And for example, we've had 3 policemen killed in the last month, I think, 2 shot in the head,
Hmm.
and it's all international guys, people, mainly people from Venezuela, Colombia. So all those gangs that escaped from those countries are now getting here, and you're things, that kind of violence that you've never saw before. So what I'm saying is I'm going to buy a gun.
Well, kudos to you for wanting to keep your family safe, my good sir.
Yeah. Also, I have the experience. I already beat your ass once.
You did not beat me. You did not beat me at the range. Come on.
What are you whispering?
You whooped a Vegeta, but you didn't beat me.
I have the videos. And yeah, lately I've been creating. I created a new plan a couple months ago, or 1 month ago actually. Target $300 a day. That's it. Very simple, quick scalping or intraday trading. $300 a day gives me 6,000 a month, which is a nice extra income. Sometimes it takes only 5 minutes to accomplish the goal. Sometimes it takes a couple wrong trades, and then you get one and you hit that. So it's been good. It's been good. Waiting only, patiently waiting.
Well, that's good, my friend. Absolutely nothing at all wrong with, a couple $100 a day. Because I mean, if you do that, let's see, 300 a day times 365, that's 110,000 a year.
No. Only trading from Monday to Friday.
Oh,
I'm not trading on weekends. Yeah.
okay. So that's 52 times 2. That's 104 days that you're taking out of the day, right? Or out of the, let's see, 52 weeks in a year, and you're taking 2 of those days out. Yeah, so you're taking 365 minus 104. It's 261 times 300. That's still about 80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Just, three,
That's only one account.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is very good, my friend.
Yeah. What are you checking now? USD. Let me see my chart. I'm gonna help you here now. DXY.
Yep, DXY.
Oh man.
So
105.
the method that he's talking about, down birdie, is just he's doing scalps. So if he has a daily goal for himself, so he makes $200-300, and if he does it on one trade, he's out. He's done for the day. Doesn't trade anymore, so he doesn't risk giving any of that money back. Or if that's split up between 2 trades, if he does $100 on one trade, $200 on another trade, boom, that's it. He's done. Regardless of what the market does, that is a way to trade, and we've discussed that before in the past or whatever. And it's a great way to trade. I mean, you don't have to try to make thousands of dollars every day, because sometimes it's just not logical or plausible, especially in the past few weeks that we've seen nothing but chop ranges. So you set yourself a daily goal, and you make that goal, you make your money, and then you walk away. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Exactly.
But
so down birdie, I struggle with names. I have sort of Alzheimer's, I think, since I was born. Down birdie, you're talking Spanish. Where were you from? Oh, no, he's not talking.
He's typing. He's typing.
Let's read USA. So he's from the USA. Nathan.
Ah, crap.
Jillian. How are you?
I did not mean to. I did not mean to do that.
It's been a while, hasn't it, boys?
Is that a
while? Yeah.
Is that an Australian accent?
I'm actually just. It is straight from down under. Got me shrimp in the valley.
fucking love it.
So I quickly stop in. I'm just at work at the moment. I wanted to say hi because I miss you guys. I haven't had a good chat in a while. So yeah. I miss you too, bud.
Crap.
I've seen your posts on Instagram. Very nice. Thanks, man. I always like it when I see a little picture there. I'm like, I know you. Just liking my posts from a distance. I know this fucker. Yeah. Who is this fucker? Yeah.
So I had
Easy,
some.
guys. Well, I'm gonna dip, but enjoy the live stream.
Oh,
and
you
I'll
can't.
definitely watch it afterwards anyway, all right?
You can't dip,
Big
you
hug, brother.
you
We'll be in
wanker.
touch.
You can't.
Perfect. Take care, guys. Peace.
What a wanker. He can't dip. So I had some screenshots pulled that I can't, obviously, for some reason, because they're PNGs, they can't. Discord doesn't have that as a share screen option, which is
You're
really.
sharing your whole screen.
No. I'm sharing the charts and stuff that I want to show, but I have some screenshots. They're pictures that I wanted to show. So I'm just
Why
gonna.
don't you,
I'm
why
just.
don't you post them on here on the chat?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Damn.
That's what I was in the middle of saying.
How did you survive without me?
I did quite well, thank you very much. I got one
You see
more.
my chart?
Yeah, hold on. I got one more picture that I'm trying to find that I saved. The fuck did it go? CPI1, CPI2 is what I named it as. Crap, I don't remember what it is. Okay. So what we do have this week though, we'll go ahead and get started so we're not like just shooting the shit and taking up everybody's time. So we do have a lot of events this week that everybody kind of needs to be made aware of and keep in the back of their minds. A lot of financial updates and whatnot. So we have CPI numbers on Wednesday. We have PPI on Thursday. And there's also FOMC meetings, whatever, also on Thursday. And then on Friday, the biggest banks are posting their earnings report. So that includes like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's going to be a rather volatile week that everybody needs to be aware of. So I posted here in these pictures here. So for the month, the CPI is forecasted to rise about 0.3%, while the core CPI is expected to rise about 4.4%. So nothing really expected to change there. What's worrying me, though, is what I underlined there is that the big boys, the Wall Street and investors, whatever, they're expecting a slowdown to ripple through the economy as banks make it harder to borrow money. So everybody is seeing like the bank failures the past couple of weeks, and then getting bought up by bigger banks. So there's a lot of bank restructuring going on, which is probably like teetering a lot of investors. You also have all these nations that are like kind of coming against the US dollar now, or not, I don't want to say coming against them, but there's like this global de-dollarization campaign, if you will, and it's gaining momentum. So as countries around the world seek alternatives to the hegemony, to the power, so to speak, of the US dollar. So you guys have heard of BRICS, right? So it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Now they've kind of tapped into Saudi Arabia, Kenya, and I think it was Nigeria's president even warned his citizens to dump the US dollar in favor of the Keynesian currencies. And then Malaysia. And ironically, after Malaysia made that announcement that they were seeking alternatives to the US dollar, it was posted that China was looking to invest like 30 billion, I think it was, or 60 billion. It was one of those, I don't know, in their infrastructures. And then France just yesterday, I think it was, even posted that they were looking for alternatives to the US dollar. So that's kind of
after meeting with the Chinese,
yeah,
4 hours and it closed.
yeah. So that doesn't really necessarily bode well for the US entirely. In general, rather. Especially for the US dollar and the DXY and all that stuff. it could signal a rather significant power shift from the U.S. global dominance and in favor of China. However, China does still hold a large chunk of the U.S. debt. I think they're the number one holder of U.S. debt. So not to be too alarming, they can, however, weaponize its holding of U.S. government bonds and treasuries and whatever. They can use that against us. However, it would also kind of hurt them a little bit in the short term, but only Americans think short term. China and Russia, they're playing long game. America, we're too short term or whatever. So if they start dumping the U.S. treasuries and U.S. bonds or whatever, it could send a rather significant ripple throughout the U.S. markets. So a lot of pieces are starting to come together here. So we're already practically in a recession. Okay, we've had skyrocketing interest rates. Okay, so when interest rates rise, it actually gives value to the U.S. dollar, and foreign investors especially will seek to enter the U.S. dollar as the interest rates are higher, because that means more money for them. However, as interest rates cool, that would allow investors to start dumping the U.S. dollar, because if we're not getting paid higher money on our interest, what are we going to do? We're going to dump it and go find something else that's better. Okay, so lower interest rates tend to be unattractive for foreign investors and decrease the currency's relative value. And of course, on the other end, higher interest rates, which is what we've seen all of last year and the start of 2021, attracted a lot of foreign investors, which boosted the value of our dollar, so forth, so forth. So we're starting to see that, I don't want to say decoupling of the U.S. dollar, but we're starting to see weakness in the U.S. dollar. So we put that together with all of these countries wanting to find alternatives to the U.S. dollar. We still have high interest rates. Now, if you guys remember from the last few FOMC meetings, the Feds barely raised rates, like maybe 25 basis points. Okay, so that's signaling that there's likely a pivot in interest rates. So while they can still raise interest rates or not change them, that would give some kind of stability still to the U.S. dollar. But when they start dropping interest rates, okay, so like I said, when they lower interest rates, it tends to be unattractive for foreign investors and decreases the currency's value. So if they start lowering rates, which isn't expected in 2023, but they signaled it may happen in Q3, which is like September timeframe. At the same time, banks are, since there's like a lot of restructuring going on, they're cooling lending, which is not good, because the last time that we saw banks cooling lending or freezing lending was the 2008-2009 housing market crash. And banks lending money is kind of what spurs the economy to keep going and keep growing. So there's a lot of catalysts, like sharks, just looming around the power of the U.S. dollar, which to me really doesn't spell or give a whole lot of confidence in the U.S. economy. I think there's a looming recession ahead, probably a little bit deeper than what we've seen so far. Okay, so in regards of the DXY, I think they're going to do what they can to keep this propped up. So I drew like a similar fractal here. So the dip or the dump or whatever from that 116 range was a textbook support resistance flip. Now, however, we still have a minor resistance pocket at about 108. So similar looking fractal from a large run up and then choppiness, large run up, choppiness. So I would expect to see something to kind of to float around or whatever for the remainder of the year. And I think as more countries start to get on board with dropping the U.S. dollar, any signs of weakness in the dollar, if they lower rates or whatever, I expect to see a rather pretty big crash at some point. I don't see how they can keep this party going, especially with as much money as we've been printing and inflating our own currency. Bunch of fucking idiots. So not really boding well, in my opinion, for DXY. Now, I think from what somebody said, now I don't remember. Was it a pumping DXY also pumps Bitcoin, or do they trade inversely? Does anybody remember? Inverse. Okay, so a pumping DXY dumps Bitcoin. I guess that makes sense, because if the dollar value is pumping, investors would flock from Bitcoin and go into the dollar. Okay.
Or cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muted. Okay.
You were muted.
I muted myself when I was trying to answer.
Oh,
Because I'm the smart guy in the class.
yeah.
I wanted to raise my hand, but I couldn't. Yeah.
I got you. So with the DXY kind of been bottoming out here, though, and looking for this rally somewhere, going into next month or whatever. If we're looking at Bitcoin's had a nice little push today. So I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback to at least test the 29 range. But we are coming into a rather risky resistance pocket right here on Bitcoin. So if the DXY is bottoming out and we distribute and consolidate up here, as DXY gets this push, then that's going to be our catalyst for the Bitcoin pullback, because we have not had one whatsoever, hardly, well, except for this big one right here. So this was February, and this was the last CPI date right here. So February 14th, somewhere up here at this top, was the last CPI numbers. And then we saw an eventual downturn after that. So I'm very, very cautious on longs on Bitcoin and Ethereum up in this range. I'd rather miss this last 5-6% or whatever this is and wait to see what happens after CPI, because this is what happened 2 days or 3 days or whatever after the last CPI last month. And then we saw alts. Yeah, for now, yeah. I think if we range up here, that's going to give altcoins some room to run, because this is a rather, this is a first major test of confluence up here. And coupled that with the fact that we did pump about 90% on Bitcoin already. So I'm very leery on Bitcoin up here at this range. Same for Ethereum.
Right now, I'm not chasing Bitcoin. I'm chasing Ethereum, actually. I'm trying to short Ethereum. I don't care anymore what it's up, but I'm trying to short at 19. Let me see, 1985 to 1,000. I mean, to 2,000. Stop loss 2050 and all the way down to 70, 60.
Yeah, I think you may get wicked out on that one there, buddy. I mean, this is a 3-day candle.
Well,
so
yeah.
There's still two days left in this candle. And we're still got all this price action above that 7-day moving average. So it hasn't rolled over yet. So this trend is still bullish. And I think it will remain so probably much. Would say there's an ETH unlock or something this week, and it's actually ironically in 2 days. Now, I don't know if this is just going to launch up before that ETH update unlock and then dump on the next candle. I don't foresee that. I think ETH is probably just going to grind up here and tap right at 2K, 2100 or whatever, and then nuke it in May. I've been screaming almost all year, up only till May, and then walk away. And then we should come back and visit 1400 range by end of summer, consolidate, and then August. August is always pump months. So alts will die and bleed out until August, and then nice big rallies. And then September is always death and probably put us back in December, back at the range lows of 1200. And then we'll probably start next year a new bull cycle. I'd be happy. Don't get me wrong. I'd be happy if we cleared the 2K range and, pumped up here to 26 for whatever reason. I don't know. But I'm trying to keep bias in check. and just play the zones. And right now our zone is this 2K range. Yeah, the Shanghai update.
So
Yeah, there we go.
Where is the shit stick?
I don't see a shit stick.
What is a shit stick?
Well, we'll save that for another lesson. Yeah.
I just shared my chart. That's my setup. I don't care what it does. I already missed that last entry. Fuck it. Fuck you, Tyrion.
Are you on
I'm
a
waiting for my short.
what was your entry?
I just shared my chart on in the chat.
Yeah, I see that. So you entered
1812.
Oh man, why'd you enter so early? You entered at support.
4%.
You entered at support.
No, what?
You said you entered at
that trade. I missed that trade by 0.64%. I didn't get my limit long. So I missed this last long, and now I'm waiting. I don't care what it does. I'm just waiting for my short to get hit.
I see. I thought you said you shorted at 1812. So like you shorted pretty much at the bottom of that candle at support.
No.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
not following warrior trade. No.
So you're waiting. I hear you, asshole. You're waiting for this range up here to get your short. So about 6%, 5-6%, and you're gonna catch your short up there.
Yep.
I got you. This is what's crazy to me is the dominance. Dominance pumped. I mean, naturally, it normally does pump with Bitcoin and Ethereum, or Bitcoin rather, as this is the Bitcoin dominance. However, altcoins also saw a pretty decent rally today, which was odd considering dominance pumped also. However, I think alts are getting ready for that run because this is the first test of that dominance. So a dumping dominance is good for altcoins, which should lead us into, I see we're almost in the middle of the month. I think, towards the 3rd, 4th week of April, up until about the 2nd week of May, because there was always a dump about the middle of May, I think, or may have been that first week. I don't know. It was one year I was driving to the beach, and in 6 hours everything dumped like 20% or something, and I lost like 30 grand or something. I don't know. So I'm going to be eyeing that pretty heavy right there. So total two.
Yeah.
How do I share this? Well, I guess everybody can just click on it. Yeah, I mean the total cap, the excluding Bitcoin. I mean that's a nice candle. I would like to really see that push up to that. What is that? 680 billion.
Yeah,
that'd be very bullish for alt. So that would pump about 70 billion into altcoins. So that kind of lines up with some kind of pullback or dump on dominance, because as dominance falls, altcoins pump. So starting with some altcoins. AVAX, I'm still waiting on this bastard to run. This thing has been killing me. Look at it. Very nice, strong 3-day candle. So that's got a very nice candle above that 100-day moving average. And that 7-day moving average is still pushing it up as support. So very, very, very nice trend. I want to see more strength though. What I don't want is I don't want to see this bastard just do this and we only get just a mini rally to 1900 or $19 rather, not 1900 yet.
Do you see the rising wedge?
Yeah, I see the rising wedge.
Yeah, they make it look that way on purpose.
Yeah, but
volume is decreasing though.
Yeah, great volume from the lows. I mean, this is good consistent volume up here in this range. The last time there was that little bit of volume drop off and then the big surge. So I'm hoping we see something similar right here as dominance drops and Bitcoin kind of levels out. So a little fall off in volume and then poof, a big surge. I'd really, really like to see AVAX see a bigger rally, at least to that $27 range. So I want to see by May, and then, just kill it, crash it back down to, $11, $12, and then rally it again in August, and then we finish back off at $9 in September or something. What is down birdie got right here?
Down birdie there?
Yeah, what is that?
Bitcoin from August to September, but what year is it? 2017? See the pattern. So it's repeating the same pattern. That's not bad. It's basically Batman. I mean Batman.
This is 2020.
2020. Okay, that's when I started. Yeah, so is that on a daily? No.
Well, I mean, that's still kind of, that alludes to what I was talking about. August pump rallies or August altcoin rallies, and then nuke it in September, because that big dump right there, from that 12.2 to that 9.9, that's a big dump, was in September. So if Bitcoin ranges like that, and I think that's what he's trying to say, which is very similar to this kind of structure right here. I mean, actually
10K,
looks,
motherfucker.
huh?
10K, motherfucker. 10K incoming.
No, we're not going to. No, 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 no 10K, 30K, and then eventually, I think by September or something, we'll come back and see 17K. But hold on, I wanted to see something here. This is something that I haven't really seen anybody talk about. Is this lower trend line right here on the weekly? So this is Bitstamp. So Bitstamp has the entire history of the chart, and this is on log scale. So everybody was calling for 12K Bitcoin without even looking that this is a fucking 6-year long trend line that was never broken except for that 3K wick. That was just a wick, but there was no candle body close below that trend line. And then, so I did some ghost candles here, and I made this back in like February, because you can see like the ghost candles overlapping right here, matching, some kind of similar structure right here. So it's almost identical. So this is May topping out, but this has it much higher, going into like 40K or something. So don't want to rule out a dump just yet here also at 32K, because we could just very well blast through it and push up to 40K, which would send like AVAX as high as $40 or something, and Link up to 15 or whatever. However, when this does top out, I mean, if you looked, I mean, that trend line is always going to be a trend line. So if this is a similar structure, by the time we bottom out, look at this. This is January of 24. So this starts the new bull cycle, just as it did here when it touched the trend line in 2020. And here again in the trend line at the end of January, or end of December, beginning of January of 23. Or I'm sorry, 22. Yeah, 23, whatever. So if this is a similar fractal, 10K is not happening. Now we could see a wick to revisit that 17K range, which I showed on the other chart, but a higher low in this macro bullish structure would still only put us back at 24, 25K. Interesting perspective. And then that would fuel the next bull cycle next year to 200,000. I know we've seen a lot of calls for 200K. We've also seen a lot of calls for fucking 10K. I don't see that until this trend line is broken. It's just not going to happen until that trend line is broken, which means we would also have to break below 17K also. Everybody's like, holy shit, what the fuck? That, yeah, see, that is a strong weekly candle. But even the MACD doesn't even show any weakness either. So look what happened. Look, that's almost an identical MACD too from that last pump that we just showed, that last fractal. It's a little bit steeper here than it is here. This is a little bit more shallow, but it still alluded to that same price action. So we kind of chopped around, and in the next few weeks just launched it. So we're kind of chopping around, and the next few weeks could launch it. So definitely have to keep that in mind also. However, I would like to see somewhat of a pullback. So maybe the bot can freaking open long or something at not the fucking top up here. I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback, and maybe it open up there. What do you got?
No, I just shared that I posted in December 2021. I never updated. I don't know where's this chart.
Oh, so you're basically, yeah, you're basically kind of showing the same thing there. Just when you got some crazy lines going on with your little fan thingy, they look like they're getting shallower. But I got your perspective or what you're trying to say. So I think we're on the same page there.
I'm gonna update that chart. That is beautiful.
It is beautiful. I think you should revisit it and share it.
I'm actually looking for it right now.
Ooh, DXY is showing a little bit of weakness here. I think this is going to chop around for a couple more days, weeks or something, and then rally, which is going to give us that pullback on Bitcoin. But for now, I want to see some altcoin pumps. I like altcoins. Speaking of Link, even Link on a 3-day. First of all, let's look at the OBV here. From the entire bottom structure, the OBV has shown higher lows, except for obviously that wick right there. But it's been trending bullish. Even the local structure here, higher low, and then so I want to see this get back above the positive and then just give us a nice, good, solid pump, and that should push Link at least to $9. But I really want to see Link just go ham. So top out in May, kind of pull back until, July, big August month, and then drop it all back down.
There it is.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Lots to look forward to.
December 2021. Nice guess.
So what altcoins is everybody looking at? I got eyes on Link. Link has been freaking consolidating since May of last year. AVAX bottomed out late June, early July. Link has just been in a massive consolidation. Look, even very consistent volume, pretty much the entire chart history. What are
You closed ship? I saw you were trading.
Yeah, I did get stopped out, and I think it still doesn't look too bad, at least not on a 3-day perspective. But I don't like all of the price action underneath that 100-day moving average. I want to see a reclaim at least 1150, and I might hop back in, because this could very well just kind of drop back and then do something. But I want to see it at least reclaim that 100-day moving average and get the price action back above it, and then SHIB should see that 1500-ish or something, and at least retest the local highs. So there's still quite a bit of profit that can be made even from a late entry. Let's say 1150. That's still 34%. You slap some leverage on that, bam, you got 150, 200% profit. Now SHIB on the 3-day has that same candle that AVAX does. So again, I want to see a little bit more strength in it. It's still got 2 days left, which I think, could do it. I think it could do nicely. Damn, this bottomed out like Link 2 in May. Very, very low volume though, but I think watch it just come out of nowhere and just go ham for no reason. So this looks like I want to see just again that little bit more confidence there, and then kill it in May, higher low for August, so that'll put it back at about 1200. Big August rally, put it back up here to that wick, and then kill it in September. I don't foresee everything just making new highs from here. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. I don't foresee it.
You saw AVEX, right?
I saw AVAX.
Yeah.
Yeah. AVAX looks good. AVAX looks very strong. Why am I missing something?
What if 9.3? Wait,
9.3. Are you talking about Link? Link I can see to 930. I already got a long on Link, so I'm doing quite nice right now. Theta is another one that I think is just going to come out of nowhere and go ape shit ham. Look at this. This is just like Link. Consolidation all the way back to May. And like AVAX is testing that 3-day moving average breakout. I think this is still going to go to 1.7. That's a
okay, I'm sorry, I had to. My dog was barking. My daughter's sleep wipes out, and I was asking a question, and I just vanished you. No, I was saying AVEX. What do you think about a pullback, maybe to 9.3 before a pump to 50?
before a pump to 50?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think that's out of the question. I mean, I'm only aiming for, 27, 28. And then, well, I mean, this isn't the Bible or anything, so nobody take this as the Bible or whatever. So, I mean, this could, for all I know, just only top out at 23 in May, and then pull back to 15, 16. And then in August, it gets that rally. And then by the end of the year, kind of settle out at that $9 range. It could very well do that too. I don't know. I don't know if they got some big catalyst or something popping up anytime soon.
Oh, Bitcoin 30,000, 30,000.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, so that means alts are going to take off soon. Once this kind of settles. I see it's getting wiki already. So I'm keeping an eye on Theta and Link and SHIB. Comp. I'm also looking for Comp too. Comp has not done much of anything in quite some time, but it's still a fundamentally strong coin. That's a very nice.
Matic, other one that no one is talking about. Matic on the weekly.
Matic always
retest of at 0.4 on the weekly. Give me a retest at 0.4, and dude, I'm buying that shit up to 3.
Up to 3.
I'm selling at 3. If I get a retest of 0.4.
Are you looking at the same Matic?
Yeah.
You got 6 weeks of price action under that 7-day moving average. Your weekly already crossed under bearish here. I mean, that's a lot of price action, with minus, just this one push here, and then you got these 2 wicks right here. But most of that price action is under that moving average. If this just kind of
0.4, and then it's going to pump to 3.
Wait, zero. Oh, you're waiting for 0.4. I mean, yeah, I can see that. So that'll be that'd be the ideal target buy range in September if we get there. And that'll be or December. What did I say? September? December. And that'll be a very nice triple bottom. But as long as price action is under that 100-day moving average, I'm not touching it. I'd rather look for something that's got a little bit more pump potential, like something that's breaking bullishly above it, like, well, Link's already above it, but AVAX or whatever. What do you mean I don't change? Hey, you guys control my system. It ain't perfect, but it works.
So what if let's propose something. You're saying December. What if we start a trading challenge? Right, we can wait until December. Let's do again the 500 and see what we do.
That looks about right. I mean, if you want to, if you want to start a 2024 challenge, but why 500?
What? 150
dollars or $1,000? God no. I am not going to do a trade challenge with $50. I'm not going no.
So what was the last one?
Well, the first
from 5,000.
The first one that I did was 500, and we turned it into 53,000 in 4.5 months or 5 months. Or I think it was 4.5. And then the second one in 2021, or maybe it was 2022, was 5,000. And then we turned that into like 280,000 or something. Then I got COVID and I got really, really sick, and I was just too sick to even look at the freaking laptop even, so I couldn't log into anything. And then ended up losing 150,000 because the market crashed while I had COVID. Go figure. So we can do 5,000 if you want again, or we can do 1,000.
1,000 would be nice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you want to aim for
100?
No. I mean, like January of next year.
No, I mean start now and.
Oh no, not start now. I got too much going on right now. I don't have the time to dedicate to
December. It would be to start loading up. It would be December 2023, and at that time it would have to be at least. Dude, I'm loading up with as much as I can. I've been trading stocks lately, multiplying everything that I have, preparing for December dump, and then I'm buying and leaving that until mid 2025. I'm selling everything. I'm going on vacation. I'm telling everyone to fuck off.
Yeah, that's kind of my goal too. You know, with all the crazy crap going on in the world these days, I'm gonna buy my house in the mountains, surrounded by woods, on a lake or a river or something, and telling everybody to fuck off.
Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, that's your great.
Exactly. That's right. Damn, look at that nasty wick.
Grab that shit.
Oh God, bacon's here. Bacon's here. All right, time to wrap it up. Okay. Any altcoin requests while we got this open? Come on, Link. Give me a fucking pump. I just want you to pump, please.
Come on, CRV.
Oh, CRV, my baby.
I haven't. Go, baby. Come on.
I love CRV. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is right on point. Right on point from the last update. Ooh, very, very nice. He was taking a shower. This fool took a shower during the live stream. What a wanker. No, CRV is like the buy and forget coin of the year. Now, I would really love to see this tab back down here again at 40 cents, but I don't know if we're going to get that anytime soon. We may have missed that boat there. I don't know. I don't know. We still got this test up here at 1.6. We'll call it 1.8. I don't know. This could do this also. And we may still get CRV by the end of the year at 40 cents. And then that's it. That should be bottom. Next bull cycle. I swear to God, next bull cycle, this is gonna pull a Matic. If you guys remember Matic, that's awfully similar, well, kind of, but a lot of just low trading because it was a newish coin. CRV also very tight range. So next bull cycle, and this thing's gonna go to, I mean, this is easily a $30-$40 coin. A lot of good, I've never heard anything bad about CRV. That bad boy's gonna do it, son. What is down birdie post? I thought you said you were leaving. Yeah, that, I mean, that's very plausible too, down birdie. I wish I can I, oh, I can drop that in there. Look at that. He actually dropped his link, unlike Kika, who drops. Oh, you did drop your link too. Fuck. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. I mean, into that resistance pocket, this be possibly a fake out, and then we just chop range some more. I mean, this is actually pretty well spot on right there too. If this is a legit squiggly and you just didn't draw this real quick, and then that 24, 25K range to test support resistance flip right there. I mean, that's very, very, very plausible. Very nice indeed, good sir. Where'd it go? Yeah, I do like this, and that fits again this similar structure right here, or something like that. After the February CPI, yeah, this is from. Oh, you copied this from July of 2021. Oh, from what is that like? This is the July 20 to January. Oh, July 20 to January 21.
Is that daily? Is that weekly?
That's August 20. This is May. So I'm guessing you're somewhere in here. So July 20 to January 21. So this is what you're looking at here. That structure. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I don't want to rule it out. I mean, that fits my other chart that I showed that had us going up to that 40K range somewhere, and then that massive nuke back down to 24K. I mean, this does fit, but I'm just don't want to get sucked into too much hopium, because every time we do that, we always end up getting wrecked. I like it though. It's very nice. That's very clean. But if this is the narrative here, and if this is what we see, well, let's go back real quick. I want to look at something. Yeah, I mean that did, resistance pocket and then pull back and then flip that as support. We would probably see something similar here. Testing a resistance pocket, chop around and pull back, flip as support, and then the next leg up. I mean, yeah, that's plausible. But this right here, if we start ranging again on Bitcoin, that is going to launch the altcoins. This chop is probably going to launch the altcoins before that pullback, which is going to give the pullback for altcoins in May also. Hurry up and do it. Yeah, if the Feds pivot. I don't know why they would pivot early though. I've seen reports of Q3 in September, so that's kind of topping out right here. Look at that. You even have August 23rd. So if the Feds pivot, that would put us right in line with September, or topping out up here at 40K or 45K or whatever in August. So our charts in that sense, even, even match up with that same narrative. I mean, don't pay no mind to like the dates or whatever here. See, this is December 23. I mean, we may bottom out. Yeah, April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, we may chop around and fuck around and then pivot in Q3, and then nuke. Oh yeah. Oh, that would be like the absolute fuck you all, is pivoting during an election year. Or they'll make things so bad before, if they know they're going to lose the election. Let's just say hypothetically, because I think Biden said he was going to run again. If his numbers are so low and he's doing so poorly in the primaries and in the election, they could prop everything up as much as they could, and then whoever gets elected after him, then the Feds will have no other option but to pivot and crash everything. They'll be like, oh, look, see, this is what you guys voted for, or whatever. I mean, it's politics. You know how they always fuck each other over and that crap. I like this though. This is very nice. This kind of fits this narrative. However, that is a very, very strong bullish weekly push coming, and I think that is showing a massive continuation, honestly, because that MACD is not showing any signs of slowing down just yet. Altcoins is where it's going to be, though. I think if this is going to happen for Bitcoin, this is obviously not going to shoot in one straight shot. I think they're going to slow drag this out over the next few months, but altcoins are about to get massively sent. I think that's where the money is about to be made. So even just to that 40K range, as 32, upwards of 45, 48, 50% more. If Bitcoin starts pumping up here, then Link, for example, most definitely has a run up to $15 range. So that's about 100%. But I'm playing local levels first. I'm playing this $9 range first. All right, well, that's all I got. If you guys got any requests, altcoins, whatever, throw them in chat, get them out. If not, we'll have a fantastic day, and we'll look forward to seeing what tomorrow brings us.
No one?
Oh, well, you got to give people time to type, jackass.
To think. Thank you, sir. Thanks, guys. Butler.
It's Bueller.
Butler. Like a butler.
Okay, I'm hanging up on you. All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh.